bread here. Fudge, cookies, cake. Oh boy, this is my kind of show here. The holiday season and sugar go hand in hand, but if you're a diabetic, the temptation can actually make you sick. So up next, we're going to talk with a diabetic lifestyle coach with some ways to make it through the season the healthy way. We'll be right back. It is 9:22.
Welcome back, everybody. The numbers here are alarming. According to the American Diabetes Association, nearly 1 in every 10 people are diabetic, with another 7 million people undiagnosed. Today, Marianne Tetlow, known as the Diabetes Lifestyle Coach, is here to give us some tips on some holidays dealing with diabetes and kids that maybe are just diagnosed and parents don't know how to handle it.
Correct. Yes, and people of all ages, when they're having a hard time dealing with transitions in their life with diabetes, if they need a little extra support, they feel like no one understands quite what they're going through, then I'm there to help them with that support.
Right, because this can also affect older people, overweight people.
Type
it can
1.
happen later. My father is going through it right now, and he's in his 70s.
Right. There's type 1 diabetes, there's type 2 diabetes, there's gestational diabetes, and all of those have different components and different emotional factors that go along with it.
What kinds of changes happen to a family when somebody is diagnosed?
It's immediately, it's a lot of shock right off the bat. It is, if it's a child, it is almost, they're just in shell shock. Teenagers going off to college, it's always a scare when, if someone's learning to drive, going off to school for the first time, going off to college. How do they adjust? They have to give medication daily, check their blood sugars daily, eat the right way, exercise the right way, and everything they do throughout the day really impacts their life. So it's a frightening time, but it is a manageable time.
And there are certain things that your physician or your doctor can tell you about on how to manage it, but then there's a lot of emotional issues and a lot of other questions dealing at home that you help out with.
Absolutely. When I was diagnosed when I was 12 years old, and it was shocking, and the doctors gave me a lot of information, but they also and they gave me the correct information of what to eat and how to do things, but it was hard emotionally.
So 12 years, and then how did you know that you were diabetic?
Well, actually, I was 12 years old, and I started showing all the typical signs of diabetes. I just didn't know that they were typical signs of diabetes. I lost weight. I was extremely thirsty. I was tired all the time. I was hungry all the time, too. And I had to use the restroom all day long and all night long. It was just a constant cycle of that. So my mom actually had seen a commercial on TV about diabetes. She told my dad that she thought that's maybe what I have.
Right.
And he said, no way. Are you kidding? This is not in our family. So then she was persistent and followed up, took me to my pediatrician's office. Immediately, I was sent to the endocrinologist who deals with diabetes as a specialist.
And you brought up a good point. It's even though you don't have anybody in your family that is diabetic, there is a chance that you can get it.
Absolutely.
You're an
No one is a diabetic in my family. We've traced it back generations, and there's not a person with diabetes in my family except me.
Right.
So
during the holidays here, there's a good chance that you're going to break a lot of the things that you shouldn't be doing as a diabetic. What are some of the things?
Well, the first thing is plan ahead. And actually, you can eat. If you have a child at a school party or if you're an adult, you actually can. The rules have changed. You can have the treats that you want. You just need to think about it before you start eating every single yummy thing in sight at the school party, your office party, your friend's party. Before the event, you need to think about what your blood sugar is, and you can have something and prepare for it.
Right. Okay. And then what are some of the don'ts, regardless if it's the holidays or not?
Regardless of the holidays. Actually, with diabetes, there's not a lot of don'ts out there, except you need to do the things like check your blood sugar more frequently. We don't want to put a lot of don'ts. There's so much that it encompasses in your life. What you eat, how you exercise, how you sleep, everything, how much stress you have, it all affects. So there's not really a lot of don'ts because now the new technology is where you can compensate for your meals.
Live a normal life, yeah,
Absolutely.
just like every other kid out there, every other adult.
But you should check it more frequently.
How do people find you if they need some help?
My website is diabeteslifestylecoach.com, and it's a great place. It's a great resource. We have weekly blogs, newsletters. I have great links to other areas in the community that can help.
Wonderful, Marianne.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Happy holidays.
Thank you, you too.